We are reading the article First Ladies. 3 countries, 3 new leaders, 3 women. Chile, Liberia, and Germany don't seem to have much in common. The 3 countries lie on different continents. They do not have a shared language, currency, culture, or history. But on closer examination, those different nations are more similar than they appear. All 3 nations have elected women leaders. Michelle Bachelet of Chile, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia, and Angela Merkel of Germany join a small but growing group of female heads of state. Here is a look into the lives of these 3 powerful women and the challenges currently facing their countries. Michelle Bachelet, Chile. When Michelle Bachelet was 23 years old, she and her mother were jailed and beaten. They had opposed a 1973 coup, or government overthrow, that brought Augusto Pinochet Ugarte to power. Pinochet was a brutal dictator who terrorized those who disagreed with him. He jailed more than 27,000 Chileans and executed more than 3,000. Bachelet and her mother were released and exiled to Australia and Germany. In 1979, Bachelet returned to Chile and graduated from medical school. After democracy was restored in Chile in 1990, she entered public service. Bachelet served as Minister of Health and as Defense Minister. She was praised for helping to heal lingering distrust between Chilean citizens and the military. On January 15, 2006, the 54-year-old was elected president. Her term ended in March of 2010. As Chile's first female head of state, Bachelet's priority was to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Chile is a wealthy nation, but the richest 20% of its population controls 61% of the country's wealth, according to the World Bank. Chile needs to create more equal opportunities so that everyone can benefit from what the country has to offer, Bachelet told reporters after her election. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Liberia. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is known as Iron Lady and Ma Ellen. Both sides of her personality will help her in the daunting task she faces, reuniting and rebuilding Liberia following 14 years of war. Although the bloody civil war ended in 2003, scars still mark the African nation. Fighting left more than 200,000 people dead. Millions more were forced to flee their homes. Liberia still has no regular electricity or running water. The nation's unemployment rate is 80%. Johnson Sirleaf, a Harvard-educated economist and grandmother, has vowed to make a fundamental break with her country's past. We must take bold and decisive steps to address the problems that for decades have stunted our progress, Johnson Sirleaf said in her inaugural address on January 16, 2006. Johnson Sirleaf is Africa's first elected female head of state, but she is not new to politics. She served as Liberia's finance minister until 1980 and made an unsuccessful run for presidency in 1997. I am excited by the potential of what I represent, the aspirations and expectations of women in Liberia, African women, and women all over the world, Johnson Sirleaf says. Angela Merkel, Germany. Angela Merkel is not only the first woman to serve as the Chancellor of Germany, but also the first Chancellor, male or female, to have grown up in East Germany. After World War II, 1939 through 1945, the United States, France, and Britain divided Germany into 2 parts, East Germany and West Germany. As West Germany prospered as a democracy, communist East Germany remained poor. Under communism, the country had few jobs. East and West Germany were reunited in 1989. Experts say Merkel's humble upbringing as a minister's daughter will help her understand Germany's economic problems. Back when she was elected, the European country's economy hadn't grown for more than 5 years, and 12.6% of the population was unemployed in March 2005. That unemployment rate was the highest Germany had seen since the 1930s. When Merkel was sworn in as Chancellor on November 22, 2005, she promised to reduce unemployment. Our aim is to stop this downward trend and reverse it, Merkel told reporters. We want to give people hope of having jobs. The country's unemployment has since fallen to 5.6%. Question 1. According to the text, which 3 countries have elected women to lead them? A. Italy, France, and Liberia. B. Canada, Liberia, and Germany. C. Chile, Liberia, and Germany. D. Cuba, Liberia, and Germany. Number 2, read these sentences from the text. Chile, Liberia, and Germany don't seem to have much in common. The three countries lie on different continents. They do not have a shared language, currency, culture, or history. Which of the following describes the relationship of these statements? A, the sentence presents 3 items in sequence. B, one sentence gives a cause and the other gives effect. C, the sentences describe problems and solutions. D, the sentences compare 3 countries. Number 3, read these sentences from the text. Johnson Sirleaf is Africa's first elected female head of state, but she is not new to politics. She served as Liberia's finance minister until 1980 and made an unsuccessful run for presidency in 1997. What conclusion can you draw based on this information? A, Johnson Sirleaf has been president twice, once in 1980 and once in 1997. B, Johnson Sirleaf was not elected president in 1997 because of her poor performance as finance minister. C, Johnson Sirleaf did not win the presidency the first time she ran for the position in 1997, but did not give up and tried again. D, Johnson Sirleaf was never able to become president even though she did have political experience. Number 4, based on the text, what might have best prepared the 3 women to lead their countries? A, meetings with their leaders. B, trips to other countries. C, their families. D, their past experiences. Number 5, what is the main idea of this text? A, 3 women leaders worked very hard to become leaders of their countries. B, 3 countries elected women leaders to solve major economic and social problems. C, Chile and Liberia have serious social problems that need to be resolved. D, 3 countries have to solve major economic and social problems. Number 6, read this sentence from the text. She was praised for helping to heal lingering distrust between Chilean citizens and the military. As used in the text, what does the word lingering mean? A, lasting. B, rising. C, increasing. D, growing. Number 7, choose the answer that best completes the sentence. The bloody civil war in Liberia ended in 2003. Scars still mark the African nation. A, mostly. B, next. C, after. D, but. Number 8, according to the text, in what country do only a small percentage of people control most of the wealth?